Hello, YouTube, Divine Summoners. How are y'all? Welcome to, well, a discussion. I haven't done one of these in a little while, and I'm gonna have to pause the video because I don't want Miss ABC The View to clock me. I'm sure they will, because they're not gonna like what I've got to say. Especially this little queen bitch here. But they had an interview, well, we'll say interview, with Kim Klacik. Some people call her Classic, and I can understand why, because she is very classy. But bitches would be putting it nicely and it would offend female dogs. We'll say see you next Tuesdays. Or this one here is a Karen, if you like to, because she does do that. Excuse me! Karen shit. And it's like, okay, girl. But, let's dive right on into this hot mess, shall we?
Klacik made a name for herself before she was invited to speak on opening night of the Republican National Convention.
Which she did do, because her commercial of her running went viral, basically. And I actually seen her newest commercial, which I actually like her new commercial because girl struts in this nice white dress. She's all in white. And she pretty much walks the same roads that she did in her commercial, which they will show. And she's like, vision this with me, how we rebuild. Let's keep going.
She's running for the late Elijah Cummings congressional seat, and in her campaign ad, she claims
He died 6 months ago.
Has a lot of work to do. Watch.
I'm Kim Klacik. This is Baltimore.
Oh, and she released this on Instagram, Twitter. Then she finally put it on YouTube. She forgot about YouTube.
The real Baltimore. This is the reality for Black people every single day. Crumbling infrastructure, abandoned...
But I will have to say one thing. This right here, I took sociology in college. This is what we call the shattered window effect. Look at here. Shattered window, shattered boarded up window. So when you have this effect, crime's going to be high. People don't give a damn. When it looks like this, trashy, because there's going to be trash, then the environment itself is not going to be stable. It's not going to be great to pull yourself up out of, as a lot of them say. It's not. When you clean this up and you fix it, like in her second commercial, it actually could be nice.
In homes, poverty, and crime. The worst place for a Black person to live in America is...
And look at that. A Walmart cart.
Democrat-controlled city. It's 2020. Name a blue city where Black people's lives have gotten better. Try. I'll wait. I'm Kim Klacik.
Can't think of one. No. They're all burning down now. And they're fleeing from the hottest places of them all. California and New York.
And I'm running for Congress because I actually care about Black lives. All Black lives matter. Our communities matter. Baltimore matters. And Black people don't have to vote Democrat.
Get 'em, girl.
Please welcome Kim Klacik. Megan, you have the first.
I haven't watched the in forever. Actually, since I moved down here. We don't have TV. So I have to get some of my TV through YouTube. Don't know her. Don't know her. I know this bitch. I don't like her. And we know this one. And we unfortunately know this one. Excuse me. She should have spoke up.
First question for Kim.
Kim, I'm so happy to see you here. I was actually the person that wanted you to come on, and I saw your campaign ad. It's been
You're a little shiny there, darling. A little bit too much of that, no, not bronzer. God. When it comes to me, I'll clock it. I don't know why everybody wants to use this high shine shit.
viewed over 12 million times and even caught the eye of President Trump, who retweeted it and later endorsed you. You're getting a lot of traction, a lot of buzz, rising star. What is it about your candidacy that you think is making so many waves and getting so much attention?
After her thing, he did apparently say yes, and he gave her an endorsement.
Well, I think a lot of people can resonate with the fact that I'm just basically telling the truth. You know, we have issues in many major cities across the country. And in Baltimore City, we have over 17,000 vacant homes. We don't have
And see, that's not good.
career opportunities. We have a poor education system.
That's another thing that's not good.
And we have a lot of crime and violence that you can actually relate back to the blight. So we have issues that we need to fix. I look at members of Congress and I watch them take a vacation while everyone was dealing with the pandemic and loss of businesses, you know, being laid off. And
that hit everybody hard. But in a place like that, it's devastating.
they're taking a vacation, still getting a check, and allowed that second stimulus bill to just sit on their desk. So I wanted to run for Congress and basically give people a chance to have real representation.
Kim, you have a big tide to turn because Baltimore is a city where Democrats have been in charge for 53 years.
That's a long ass time.
And as recently as April, you lost a special election to fill Elijah Cummings' seat, which he held.
So, this guy won this special election, which I think is actually good for her because they're having the election in apparently like 30 some days. So, I mean, she wouldn't have been able to get anything done. So, it's like, you know what? I would have been like, fine, you can have this special election. Because come to the election, I'm taking it.
Held for 24 years. So why should people vote for you? Give us your best sales pitch. Why you? Why now?
Well, I do want to point out, you know, the seat did not belong to Congressman Cummings. It belongs to the residents of Maryland's District 7. But I want to represent people in all parts of the district. You know, when the video came out, people were saying, well, why are you picking the bad parts of the district? You know, it's not picking the bad parts. You know, if I'm going to represent this district, I need to represent everyone equally.
That is true. You can't pick and choose. What? Why you gotta show that area? Like, oh my god. It's trashy. Well, it's the truth, darling. The truth hurts. And the truth shall set you free.
Obviously, there are disparities. We know that President Trump sent $15.7 billion to Baltimore City in 2018, and we don't know where that money has gone.
Damn, that's a lot of money, honey. Where did that money go to? Lining somebody's pockets? Or somebody's children's pockets? Or somebody's grandchildren's pockets? Not to say that, you know, the one that passed away took the money, but just saying. When that money comes in and then you're still looking at like a place like that and you're like, where did this money go to? Because it sure as hell didn't come here.
You know, 17,000 vacant homes, if you even rehab those at $150 a pop, you would have rehabbed over 104,000 homes already. So that money is missing, and we need somebody in there to not only find it, but implement it to where it's supposed to go. And so I want to be that person.
Yes, bring on the investigation.
Well, I lived in Baltimore City, and I know that's a city that you've never lived in even.
Ooh. How do you know that for sure, Sun T? Or I should say Debbie Downer Showers. No, actually, that would be offensive to women named Debbie who are actually nice and good. We'll just call you Miss Down Showers. Depressive, because you ain't sure as hell sunny.
Even though you're running to represent the district in Maryland. But Sarah mentioned...
And also another thing too, bitch. Let's see you next Tuesday. Trying to clock somebody saying, oh, you don't live in that district. Do you live in that motherfucking district? No. You live in a nice big $1 million+ mansion. Or even in some high New York sky rise. Let's be honest. You do. You don't live in Baltimore. Miss Down Showers.
Elijah Cummings. What do you think is his greatest accomplishment, and how would you build?
I can't comment on him. I don't know what he's done and what he's not done. But apparently, with what she just walked through, he ain't done a lot.
On his legacy?
Well, I've been working in Baltimore City, just so you know, for the past 8 years with my nonprofit, getting women employed. We've employed over 200 women. 30% went on to be financially independent. And I have a lot of love for Baltimore City, so I will continue that work. But as far as...
I've seen her in an interview, and her nonprofit is legit. And it actually started out differently because they want to do something with, like, prom. But then they changed shifts and went with helping women become independent, you know, like Destiny's Child sang a long time ago.
Congressman Cummings, I'm pretty sure he did a lot for the city and for the residents, but for the past 20 years, you see it deteriorate, you know, and so I know...
And deteriorate fast.
He was very sick there in the end. You know, we got to get somebody in there that is just ready to roll up their sleeves and get the work done. So I would never speak badly about Congressman Cummings. You can see on the internet, I have pictures with him. But at the same time, you know, we got to get the work done.
I hope she does get elected, because she's got plans.
You know, Kim, you mentioned just a minute ago that where did the money go? My understanding is that the Democrats passed a second stimulus bill, but Republicans blocked it. How do you answer that?
Did they block it, or did they want a certain amount of money and things going towards, you know, basically the people in America? You know, there was a lot of other issues written in the stimulus bill, and really the stimulus...
Joy Hunty. Come on now. We know who really blocked the stimulus check. It was Miss Pelosi. Dumbass.
This bill should be those that were affected by the coronavirus.
And also, they were wanting to put in so much fucking identity politics into shit. And, I mean, she, like, drew it out. She held the American public hostage. Come on, honey. You work for a big, major corporation. Didn't they give you any, you know, good shit? Look up Tim Pool.
Pandemic, no?
Well, yes, but they blocked the bill.
Well, we
Maybe
wanted
they
to
should
make sure...
get with the program and realize in your party that people are needing the money right now.
I love the fact that she goes, our party, people are needing the money right now. And it's like, well, honey, if you look at the history, guess who was still there? Republicans. The Democrats left. They went on their vacations early. They didn't go there. The Republicans stayed. The Republicans tried to do shit. Not the Democrats. Get it right. Know your history.
Now, and get off their high horse.
Like you're one to speak.
So here's my question. At an ABC town hall this week, a black pastor confronted Trump about his campaign slogan, Make America Great Again, asking him, when has America ever been great for the black community in America? How would you answer that question?
Yeah, so this is the greatest country in the world. That's why we have so many people coming to this country. We have immigrants, you know, entering the country illegally just to get here, because this is a land of...
And not just illegally, also illegally from Africa. Because what are they doing? They're getting on boats. They're coming up through Mexico.
opportunity. You know, we have the education. There are career opportunities in other areas, maybe just not in Baltimore City. But this is a great country, and it has been for a very long time.
Well, I wonder then if it's such a great country and has been for such a long time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering.
Why
Ooh, girl, that wonky eye.
we need to make it great again. I agree with you. It's a great country and it's already great. It doesn't need to be made great again. But
I can agree to that. However, it can be made greater on things. There are things we can fix up here and there. Like, I don't know, what she was fucking pointing out. Because when you say, let's make America great again, okay, and you go there and you're like, ooh, damn. That is making it great again. Duh. Jesus. Honey, are you girls graduate from kindergarten, or did y'all drop out of kindergarten? I really honestly would like to know. Are y'all kindergarten dropouts? I'm curious.
I have a question for you. I'm wondering if either from before his time as president or now as president, whether it was the calling of the death penalty for the Central Park Five, now the exonerated Five, or the lawsuit by HUD against the Trump organization in the 70s for housing discrimination, or the many things he has said and done.
Can you do this?
As president.
Okay.
Is there anything...
1 second. Baby wants to say hey. Okay. Let's get back into this. Now, if she's talking about something from the 70s, Trump wasn't in the 70s, honey. Let's rewind a little bit. About 35 or whatever.
Whether it was the calling of the death penalty for the Central Park Five, now the exonerated Five, or the lawsuit by HUD against the Trump organization in the 70s for housing discrimination, or the many things he has said and done as president. Is there anything that you take issue with or that you find racist in what Trump has done in his life before or after the presidency?
No, I don't. I find that President Trump has shown nothing but, the opposite of racism. Each year, HBCUs had to go to Congress to ask for money. You know who made that permanent so they don't have to ask each year? That would be President Trump. You know who tackled prison reform and criminal justice? The First Step Act, that would be President Trump.
Oh, I can hear somebody in the background.
You know who's investing $75 billion into opportunity zones in cities that were neglected by Democrats? That would be President Trump. So I would say, and I know Sonny has said this before when Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was on the show, let's look at policy over personality. And from what I could tell, the president's been doing a great job, especially for the black community.
The exonerated Five might disagree with you.
Oh, yeah. I bet that little teapot went off.
I'm sorry?
Okay, then. So
Yeah. So here's when a lot of people have been making their clips. So now I actually get to see the full video in its entirety.
Agree with you.
And then they would, we could all
more
agree
with
to
Kim
disagree
Klacik
sometimes.
when we come back. Hang on, ladies. Hang on. We'll be back. You have more.
Ready to shine
Jesus,
from
commercial.
the inside out? Try Nature's Bounty Hair, Skin, and Nails Gummies. The
God, 14 seconds?
To support beautiful hair, glowing skin.
Really, dude? Like, y'all
healthy
need the
nails.
fucking
And try
advertisements on?
Advanced,
Well, actually,
now
y'all
with
probably
2
do. Nobody's
times more
fucking watching
biotin.
you. Oh, wait. Y'all cut out the best part. Oh, That must have been the first part. Okay, let's go to the other part.
So you spoke on the first night of the RNC, and in
I didn't know there were two parts to this. This must be the one that everybody's getting their clips from.
your speech you said, quote, Joe Biden believes we can't think for ourselves, that the color of someone's skin dictates their political views. I've also found that our gender apparently dictates our political views, and when it comes to being conservative women, we're heretics that the media likes to believe doesn't exist. Do you think that liberals seem to pigeonhole minorities by assuming that they can't predict their political beliefs based on their race as well?
Absolutely. They don't only predict it, they kind of provoke it, right? I think they want us to continue voting for the same, but as...
Well, that also goes for the gay community. If you're gay, you gotta vote Democrat. I hate to tell you this. No, you don't. Okay?
As we see in cities like Baltimore City, voting for one party, that mob rule leads to corruption. And I was really offended when VP Biden said, "You ain't black," if you have to figure out between him and President Trump.
And why would you still vote for somebody who says that? That would be like him saying, "You ain't gay if you don't vote for me." I'm still sucking dick. I think that does make me gay. Thank you, and goodbye.
I am black, and I have to tell you, VP Biden has been in office for almost 50 years, and if you tell me that he actually cared about the black community, why hasn't he done anything for all that time? President Trump, like I said earlier, has done many things with only 3.5 years, so to me, it doesn't even jive. But no, I believe liberals do put us in a box. I think that...
There's another woman, Tommy Sotomayor, interviewed, who she is also running, and she actually has been working with Trump on the prison reform. So, and she's actually helped got a couple people out. Also, Kim Kardashian has also done as such. She's also gotten a woman out of prison. So, y'all can't clock him on that. Let's be honest.
That's why they're always talking about, different communities, and I think the way they do it is actually divisive.
I will tell you that I was born in 1968, and black homeownership was at 41.1%, and in 2000...
And I'm sure that has dramatically dropped.
And now it's at 41.2%. Black incarceration was...
Really? Did you see her commercial? You saying it's the same? When 17,000 buildings are unoccupied? No. You got some wrong stats there. Down showers? Those stats can't be the same. Let's rewind this.
At 41.1%, and in 2000, and now it's at 41.2%.
No. Not in Baltimore. Not with 17,000 buildings being vacant, honey. Can its stats still be the same from when you were born to now? Because that means businesses are gone, homes are vacant, there's a bunch of stuff. So it's saying ownership? No. Come on, hunty. No. Now, maybe across all of America, you might have something. But then again, there's a lot of people on welfare in Section 8. That's not owning a place. And where did you get your stats?
Black incarceration was 604 per 100,000. In 1968, now it's at 1,730.
And I wonder how that happened.
Black unemployment, 6.7% in 1968. Now it's at 7.5%. So I'm not really sure what it is that President Trump has done for the black community, but I guess I'll take your word for it. But let me ask you this. During ABC's...
Well, from what I've seen on YouTube from a lot of people who are African American, uh, or as y'all like to say also POC. I wouldn't want to be called that. He's made a lot of jobs. And even with mine, like, I got a raise, a very nice raise, thank you very much. So, you know, the business sector was booming. I mean, hell, you got a job, Miss Down Showers. And you probably got yourself a raise, too. I'm sure. No, who would want to give you a raise?
Town hall, Trump said that he hopes there isn't a race problem in the country, but he's repeatedly
That started with the prior one.
branded anti-racism protesters in the U.S. as terrorists. Now,
Because I can attest, growing up, the race issues, well, here in the South, was not that bad. Okay? So, growing up, we had Clinton, and then, you know, he had his bill that, you know, war on drugs, and apparently he separated a lot of black men from the homes because he was jailing them for all types of different reasons. And then, you know, his lovely little wife, Poo, called them degenerates and other things. So, I've lived through Clinton, I've lived through Bush, because of September 11th. I remember where I was. I was in freshman year of high school. And then we had Obama. That was the first one I could vote for. That was the first one I did vote for. And then I walked away on that first 4 year after that. Yeah. So the second term, no, I did not vote for him. I voted independent. There's more than two parties, y'all. You can look it up. So yeah. And then we had Trump. Which, Lord, hell, I was not voting for that bitch. Hillary? Oh, hell no. But, you know, I had to lie about who I voted for. Because even if you voted for independent or libertarian, people would be mad. They would be yelling at you. Even if you didn't vote for him and you voted for independent libertarian, they'd still claw at you and say you voted for him. Because you didn't vote for her. So come on, Miss Thing. Get with the program. And I could definitely tell you, when the race issues started was Obama years. Because that's when it was all about race. And BLM started then.
Now, while you say that Black lives, and let me also say he's pointedly declined to condemn right-wing violence at those same demonstrations. While you say that Black lives do matter, you are not a supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Let's continue a little bit. While she supports a terrorist organization.
Is my understanding. I want to know why not, and I also want to ask you, do you recognize that there is right-wing violence also at these demonstrations?
Wait. Honey, there's no right-wing violence when Black Lives Matter / Antifa, but it's mostly Black Lives Matter, are burning down the neighborhood. Get with the program, Miss Showers. Coach Jen just did a thing. Video. Proud Boys tricked them dumbasses. They're like, oh, we're going to be here. They didn't show up. They tricked them. And do you know what happened? They motherfucking revolted and attacked some journalists, independent journalists, a woman and a man. And they pulled her hair. So come on, Miss Thing, tell me now, who's really the violent oppressors. Hmm? Excuse me. Because I think I'm about finished with how I want to do things. I'm working on a video about all this because there's a Twitch streamer who is doing, well, I'm just going to put it in air quotes, charity stream for the Bella program. More info to come on that, and my opinions and hot takes. Because let me tell you, when you support a homophobic, anti-woman group like BLM and also murderous that don't even stand up for children that get murdered by their own damn group, how can you be for such a group and not label them as, oh, I don't know, a terrorist organization? Because, I mean, with everything they've been doing here lately, come on, girlfriend. I mean, you want to call everybody KKK, and you want to call everybody Yahtzees. Now, who's really the ones that you're talking about? The people who are for free speech, or the people who are for censorship? The people who are for reading and learning and getting educated, or the people who are fucking burning books, both physically and online? Oh, and let's not forget changing history to fit what they want and tearing down statues. You're kind of creeping in on there on BLM onto some people from Germany. Yes, you are.
Yeah, so I'm going to dial this all the way back. Thank you for all your questions and your stats in the beginning there. I'm running against Kwesi and Fume. Sure. My opponent was there from 1987 to 1996. So all your stats are very accurate. And they are accurate because my opponent and Joe Biden signed over that 19...
I'm surprised that stat about ownership is the same with all them vacancies. I really, really am.
94 crime bill, which led to a lot of those numbers you just laid out. Now, I will say that Black Lives Matter movement started out great. There's a lot of peaceful
Bam, 94. Clinton.
Protesters that are involved in it, but at some point it was hijacked. Now we have people coming into cities, and these are outsiders. If you look at the arrest records, they're outsiders coming into cities and burning down, looting businesses, and a lot of them minority-owned businesses in the name of, I don't even know what, because I don't even know what their listed demands are. They say they want to defund the police, but at the
their manifesto is a little, I wouldn't even say a little, it's a lot crazy. Deconstruct the nuclear family. It's so many different things. It's like, okay.
At the same time, I mean, you take a look at that, it doesn't make any sense. If you want police to have more training and to be better equipped for their job, you would add funding. So I know you said...
I know, right? Makes no fucking sense. And then cities that have already defunded their police are having crime issues. It's amazing. Thefts are up, murders up, everything's up. Our constituents are complaining. What are you doing, police chief? You're telling people that you need more people. Yeah, we do need more people because y'all took away the funding. It's like, this is what you wanted.
Do I believe that there are right-wing instigators? Yeah, there are instigators from all types of groups. You know, this isn't something where, you know, you could say it's Democrat or Republican. It's on both sides for sure.
Kim, I want to ask you about the...
I just don't know about the whole right-wing thing. Cause let me tell you. You see more that's happening with the left. I mean, everything's happening with the left. Are there some? I'm sure there are. There's trolls everywhere, as everybody likes to call them. They just crawl up under out of their bridges.
coronavirus. We heard that tape where President Trump admitted.
Who is she? Let's see if they list. No, they don't. Instagram. What do y'all got Instagram for?
That he wanted to publicly downplay the threat of the pandemic, even though he knew it was spread through the air and was going to be very deadly. Now we see how.
If you clock this back, and I'm doing clock this back with watching Temple, he was onto some shit. And then Trump actually tried to he's like, we're gonna lock down the United States. Oh, you're xenophobic. Oh, please. Y'all and your phobics.
How the virus is disproportionately affecting the African American community.
Barbecues, getting together with, different things. Of course, people don't listen. Duh.
Community. Do you think continually downplaying the threat cost lives?
Also, let's clock the fact. Yeah, some of the protesters have masks, but some of them don't. They're using the masks to hide their identity. Good job. Though it's not entirely working.
That's a great question. Thank you, Sarah. First of all, I think that, we didn't handle the pandemic as a country great as a whole. This is why I talk about bringing the biotech industry right back through the Baltimore City port.
Yep, because everything's in China.
We allowed a lot of jobs and manufacturing to go overseas thanks to NAFTA and the Bill Clinton administration, and that's why he's pulling it back. Had we had that medical equipment industry here, we probably would have been more equipped to better handle the pandemic. Now, you're saying disproportionately affecting black lives. If you look at cities of Baltimore, you've got things called like a food desert. And this is where you're sitting there and they don't have grocery stores. They don't have what they need around them in their neighborhoods. And so, yeah, I believe a corona.
Okay. I really kind of do wish some people would have, instead of just focusing on the her versus Joy part, because I'll get to it.
Coronavirus pandemic would affect us more. I mean, look at my campaign ad. Look at the living conditions. That would affect us more, absolutely. That's why I'm running for office.
Come on, Kim.
So boom, she's already listed something that Miss Unprofessional here has done. She just went ahead and just gave him some information.
Excuse me, I have to say something to you. He told Bob Woodward that...
Come on, Karen, give it to us, baby. I want to see your manager.
It was a very serious issue, and it's airborne, and that it was terrible. And then he went out and told the American people...
And your lovely doctor that you just love so much, Fauci, says you can go in and vote in person. If you can go get your Starbucks, you can go get your vote. I agree.
People, don't wear masks. It's all going to go away. You have to put some blame on your president.
And let's be clear, Starbucks is not essential.
I'm sorry. You're putting it on something extraneous here. Talk to the point, please.
Is it?
Ooh. Honey, you're not that good looking. Okay? Don't be like, it don't work for you, sugar. Tough cookies.
Is this Joy speaking? The same Joy? The same Joy that paraded around in blackface?
Well, people have nicknamed her Joyless. And I like it. And I'm like, ooh. Stolen. Joyless, Behar.
It's not too long ago. Come on, Joy. I don't think you should be asking these questions. I am an African American.
Excuse me. The black community.
Karen told you. Excuse me. Excuse me. I want to speak to your manager. Come on, Karen. Show us what you feel.
They had my back. They know that that was not blackface. That was an homage. Oh, please, just answer the question.
my back
Black
as well.
community has your back? The black...
Oh, here comes the down showers. So, the clips that people are playing is starting with Joyless here.
Community has your back?
They do. Sonny,
the black community did
Sonny,
not
tell
vote
them.
for you.
See, this is where Miss McCain should have chimed in come on girls, hold off now.
Well, the black community did not vote for you. What
it
planet
was during
are
a
you
special
living
election.
Oh, come on, Miss Down Showers.
Sonny, can I speak?
What planet are you living on?
It's called Earth. Don't you know? Jeez, what are you? Oh, I forgot. You're a kindergarten dropout.
It was during a special election while we were...
Wow! God, you sound like those annoying gays that go, yes! You just want to be can you please, staple your mouth shut and never speak again? Thank you. God bless.
Still under lockdown and I could not talk to people.
Wow! Girl, you are not fucking 16! Wow! Well, now we know why your acting career is down the tube. Mm-hmm. Cause you still think you're 16 in your head. Oh, look at me. Click, click. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Take the motherfucking wheel.
Can I speak, or are you just going to scream over
this
me?
becomes a big... Listen, Kim, good luck to you. Thanks to Kim Klacik.
That was very immature, but
Bye.
thank you for having me.
Woo! Roasted. Very immature, but thank you for having me. Yes, Hunty, give them that drag read. Very immature, but thank you for having me. Okay, so what I was going to say was, I created this because I have seen the clips and everything, and I was like, you know what, y'all are so motherfucking unprofessional. Un-motherfucking professional. Okay? I could have done a whole better damn job. I'll tell you how you do it. Hi, Kim. How are you this evening? Oh, that's fabulous. Adding a little bit of spice for the live. Okay? Then we get into it. So, Kim, I know that you've lost the special election and that you're currently up and running for the newest election. So tell us, Kim, how do you plan to revitalize Baltimore? What are your stance with what your opponent does? Fascinating. Well, do you think that the previous one let down the community? In what ways? Oh, interesting. Well, thank you so much for that tidbit. But no. Oh my God. Okay, with her saying, we are a food desert and I'm going to try and bring food to the people. Y'all should have asked her, what are some of the things that Baltimore is currently suffering through that you plan on changing? Well, jobless. That's one. Food desert. Two. Well, damn. She's already giving you some of her shit. God, y'all are so unprofessional. Look, we know you're a Democrat. You love the left. Hallelujah. But you still have to maintain some motherfucking professionalism and integrity. Okay? Cause once you get down this route, then it's ooh, it's a hot motherfucking mess. And McCain was the one I wanted you to come on. And it's well, okay, girl. Well, why didn't you speak up? Be Joy, shut up. I wanted her to be on here. I wanted to, know more about her, okay? Shut up. I'll be moderator on this. You lost your turn for this interview, okay? Shut up and sit down. I would have. I'm like, no, Joy, shut up. We don't care about your opinion. Nobody does. You left the View and came crawling back. Crawling back. Crawling back. Shut up. But, and Sonny, you don't live in Baltimore. Sonny, you don't live in Baltimore either. Okay, so shut up. If you did, why ain't you doing shit to help the people of Baltimore? You're not. You too busy getting your hair did and your nails did, okay? And living in your fancy ass condo and or mansion. So shut up while somebody else is trying to do something. And she's actually been doing things for other people, unlike you. You're in New York, living up with Cuomo and de Blasio. How's that treating you? All the other rich people have hightailed it and fled. Can't wait to see your taxes skyrocket. Woo. But, yeah. So unprofessional and so ridiculous. Yo, I hate cancel culture, but I can't wait for The View to get canceled. And not in like the get canceled. I'm talking about like, our views on The View, because it's one view, is plummeting. People ain't watching it. People don't like it. Oh, and there's some really good comments, y'all. There is. Holy shit, 3,000. Let's add our dislike to this one too. Bam. Y'all starting to get a little ratioed there. The View should change its title to Not Listening to Others. I like that. And Unprofessional Bitches. That wasn't blackface. That was an homage. That's called a distinction without a difference. Oh. Sunny accidentally just proved with her stats that America was great at one point. Yeah, it was. I think we're still great. We have fallen a little bit thanks to some people previously. I mean, when you're sending shit out of seas to save your money because you don't want to pay people, auto industry, and then you wonder why your cars are shit. Liberals claim to want to give a hearing to other views, but then are shocked and offended to discover that there are other views. William F. Buckley Jr. Oh, okay. I like your quote there. LOL. She just legit did blackface, and she says, the black community has my back. Like she has the power to speak for every black person. It's just awful. I know. That'd be like saying, like, you did something that the gay community hates, and be like, the gay community likes me. They back me up. No, we didn't. Did you ask every single person in fucking America is gay? No. That's like, did you ask every fucking African American if they actually have your back and agree with you? No. You probably asked Whoopi and Whoopi's like, whatever, girl. Oh, and Miss Down Showers. Those are probably the two black people that you spoke to as your black community. Let's get real. Come on, sugar. You didn't go out all across America to ask everybody. You did. Do you agree with me that my blackface was good or not? Oh, thank you so much. No, you didn't do that. Shut up and sit down. I'm professional. But who are we kidding? Did we expect any better? Nope. So, we're gonna wrap this one up. Yes, we are. Because, oh shit, we got 50 minutes, almost an hour. It's almost like me doing a live stream. Although my live streams last a lot longer too. But, thank you all so much for joining me on this little tirade. Yeah. I really honestly don't know how much longer the view can last. I mean, honestly. Barbara Walters ain't no there no more. And I'm sure even she's like, come on, ladies. Please have some form of professionalism. And where was Whoopi, though? I mean, y'all are doing this Zoom style. It's not like you have to be in studio. But y'all could have really honestly done a little bit of a better job. And I mean, honestly, you didn't even have to bring in all the Trump stuff. It's not her about Trump. It should be about her and what she plans to do for the people of Baltimore and the communities that she is representing. That should have been your questions. And actually, it couldn't even take like maybe 5-10 minutes. So you could have had a short segment. But we know y'all can't do that. Y'all gotta screech like banshees. But thank you all so much for watching me. And you can catch me here on YouTube, The Divine Rudia, and mostly on Twitch because I am streaming games. So, Divine Rudia as well. Make it easy. I am on Twitter, but don't expect me to be like on Twitter. I hate Twitter with a passion. Can't wait for that shit to be gone. At Divine Rudia as well. Thank you all so much for joining me. May Leviathan and Asura guide you. Have a good one.